It was the turn today of Australian businessmen to be invited to invest in the Philippines. The invitation came from President Aquino on day 2 of his 3-day state visit to that country. Ignacio reports.
President Aquino presented the Philippines' great potentials for investments in the region before the Philippines-Australia Business Forum in Sydney. The president met with business leaders on the second day of his state visit to Australia. Having recovered from an upset stomach, President Aquino went through with his meetings as scheduled. According to the president, "It's more fun in the Philippines" is not merely a tourism slogan, but a reality even in the fields of trade and investments.
Some of you may have heard of our country's tourism invitation. It's more fun in the Philippines. That isn't merely a slogan, it's the truth. But let me share with you another basic truth about our country. The Philippines does indeed work. It works because of the Filipino worker, known to be hardworking, loyal, and creative. It works because of a democracy that has given us a clear mandate to enact change. It works because of the policy environment that complements the talent of our workers. A level playing field that makes certain that succeeding in my country is no longer a matter of gaining the favor of any high-ranking official, and which ultimately makes it easier for companies to come to our shores and hire our countrymen.
President Aquino enumerated the economic gains attained because of the reforms implemented in the country. He claimed the Philippines managed to sustain an economic growth of 6.1% despite the global economic slowdown. President Aquino urged Australian investors to ride the wave of optimism in the Philippines. He also announced the reforms being implemented to improve the country's business climate in education and other government services. The president reiterated that the government is working hard to provide better business opportunities under the Public-Private Partnership Program or PPP. This includes the issuance of Executive Order 79, which laid out the legal framework for the mining industry in the Philippines.
These past 2 years and 3 months, our country has replaced the discouraging statistics of its past with hard-earned metrics of success. In the first semester of 2012, for example, our GDP grew by at least 6.1%. May I say at least because we are in the process of reviewing it, and I understand that it will be better. Hopefully, they'll tell me by the time I get home. And it has exceeded most expectations, and may I add, including our own. And I did tell our economic manager, Director General Balisacan, that in case he does further errors of this kind, wherein when we correct ourselves it is adjusted upwards, I will never feel offended. Please continue making those mistakes. Okay? The Philippine Stock Exchange Index has hit a record high 46 times, and that is in 27 months of our administration. We have received 8 positive credit ratings actions from international credit ratings agencies, most recently with Fitch and Standard and Poor's, placing us just 1 upgrade away from being considered investment grade.
President Aquino also stated that stable security will provide better business environment. He said the framework agreement between the government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front intends to attain lasting peace in Mindanao. The president stressed the government is looking at an organic act by 2015 that will create a new Bangsamoro autonomy in Mindanao. Australia is one of the countries that support the peace process in Mindanao. For the People's Television, Ignacio.